Hello guys, happy blessed Saturday. Happy blessed Saturday afternoon. Evening rather. Evening. And welcome back to Storyteller's Corner, where we're going to go to chapter 5 of our story, a love story, which involves Vanessa and Nico. When the Stars Align. And this is chapter 5, Summer Nights. On Monday, this will go back to a morning story, but I'm catching up now, so I want to bring this to you guys so that you don't miss any episodes, any chapters rather. So this is When the Stars Align, chapter 5, and it's called Summer Nights. And this is where the love story begins to feel alive, playful and undeniably real, between Vanessa and Nico. Let's lean into the warmth of summer, the glow of nights, and the kind of moments that feel like they could last forever. I think we've all had those moments, haven't we? Romantic moments. So let's see how Vanessa and Nico are getting on now in chapter 5, Summer Nights. Summer in Seabreeze Bay didn't announce itself loudly. It arrived slowly, like a song you didn't realise you'd been humming all along. The air grew warmer, the days stretched longer, and the nights became something special. Vanessa noticed it first in the evening, the way the sky lingered in shades of pink and gold long after the sun dipped below the horizon, the way laughter carried farther through the streets, and the way the town seemed to come alive under strings of glowing lights along the Seabreeze boardwalk. And lately, the way every moment seemed to lead her back to Nico. "Come on," Nico said one evening, grabbing her hand as they walked down Harbour Street. You're going to miss it." "Miss what?" Vanessa laughed, trying to keep us up as she's being pulled along. "You'll see." The boardwalk came into view, alive with colour and movement. Strings of warm light hung overhead, swaying gently in the breeze, while small stalls lined the wooden path, selling everything from handmade jewellery to fresh lemonade and sweet buttery pastries dusted with sugar. Music drifted through the air, soft and lively, blending with the sounds of waves rolling in just beyond the railings. Vanessa slowed, taking it all in. "I've lived here my whole life, and I didn't think I've ever really seen it like this before." Nico glanced at her, smiling. "That's because you're finally looking at it differently." She met his gaze, her heart lifted slightly. "Maybe I am." They wandered through the stalls, stopping here and there. Nico insisted she try the warm pastries, Vanessa convincing him to win her a small painted shell from a game booth. "You're terrible at this," she teased as he missed his third attempt. "I'm letting you win," he said confidently. "Of course you are." On his next try, he landed it perfectly. Vanessa blinked. "Okay, maybe you're not terrible at all." Nico grinned, handing her the prize. "Told you." She held the shell in her hand, running her thumb over the painted surface. It wasn't anything extraordinary, but it felt like it mattered. Like this moment mattered. Like he mattered. And as the night deepened, the music shifted slower now, softer. Couples gathered near the centre of the boardwalk, swaying gently to the rhythm. Vanessa hesitated at the edge of the crowd. "I don't really dance," she admitted. Nico turned to her, offering his hand. "Good, neither do I." She laughed. "That's not very reassuring." "Trust me," he said gently. "We'll figure it out." She looked at his hand for a moment, then slowly she took it. They moved awkwardly at first, stepping out of sync, laughing under their breaths as they tried to find the rhythm, but gradually something shifted. Not perfection, but comfort. Nico's hand rested lightly on her waist, steady but careful. While her fingers curled around his shoulder, they moved together not because they knew how, but because they were learning each other. "You're not as bad as you think," Nico murmured. Vanessa smiled faintly. "Neither are you." The world seemed to blur around them. The lights, the music, the soft murmur of voices, All of it faded into the background, leaving just the two of them in the quiet centre of it all. Vanessa felt it again, that feeling from the storm and from the park, from every moment they had shared since their first evening on the pier. Something steady, something real. Later they slipped away from the crowd, walking along the quieter end of the boardwalk where the lights grew softer and the sound of the festival faded into the distance. The ocean stretched out beside them, dark and endless, reflecting the faint glow of the moon. "Can I show you something?" Nico asked. Vanessa nodded. He led her down a narrow set of steps that curved towards the beach below. The sand was cool beneath their feet, the tide low, and gently the waves whispering against the shore. Nico lifted his camera, adjusting it carefully, before setting it down on a small tripod. "What are you doing?" Vanessa asked curiously. "Capturing this," he said simply. "This?" she repeated. He stepped closer, his expression soft. "This moment before it becomes a memory." Her breath caught slightly. "Come here," he added. She moved beside him, close enough to feel the warmth of his arm against hers. Nico set the timer, then turned back just as the camera clicked. The flash was brief, but the moment lingered. Vanessa looked at him, her heart beating just a little faster. "You really think moments like this matter?" "I think they're everything," Nico said quietly. They walked along the shoreline after that, their footsteps leaving soft impressions in the sand, and the tide slowly began to erase. "Do you ever think about leaving?" Nico asked after a while. Vanessa considered the question carefully. "I used to," she admitted, "but I thought maybe there was something more out there, something I was missing." "And now?" She glanced at him, her voice softer. "Now I think maybe I just hadn't found it yet." Nico didn't look away this time. "Maybe we're both finding it," he says. The words settled gently between them, carried by the breeze, helped in the quiet space they had shared. They returned to the pier. That night grew deeper. The stars scattered across the sky like distant lanterns. Vanessa leaned against the railings, looking out at the water. "You know, this used to be the only place I felt okay." Nico stepped beside her. "Used to?" She nodded. "Now it's just the place." He studied her, understanding without needing to say any more. It's you, isn't it?" he said softly. Vanessa hesitated just for a moment. Then she smiled. "Yeah, it is." Nico reached for her hand, his fingers intertwining with hers naturally, as if they had always belonged there. No rush, no fear, just certainty. Vanessa looked up at the sky, at the stars beginning to shine brighter against the darkness. For as long as she believed love was something fragile, something that could be lost, something that could leave you behind. But standing there, with Nico beside her, she began to understand something new. Love didn't always arrive in grand, overwhelming moments. Sometimes it grew slowly, quietly, like a summer night that lingered just a little, it just lingered a little longer than expected. And somehow, there were the moments that stayed with you forever. So there you go, guys. It's getting more intense now, guys. So that'll be it till Monday now, guys. Join me Monday morning for chapter 6 of When the Stars Align with Vanessa and Nico. And chapter 6 is called Secrets and Shadows. So let's see what that's all about Monday, guys. But tomorrow's the Lord's Day. So we're dedicating to him 2 short spiritual stories with a moral and a small prayer at the end. So let's get that done tomorrow, guys. We're getting back into this. We're getting back to normal, getting back into the groove. So hope you're enjoying the new story, When the Stars Align, a love story between Vanessa and Nico. So there we go. It's all in Seabreeze Bay. The name sounds romantic, as the couple are too. So there you go, guys. Take care now, and join me tomorrow for 2 short spiritual stories. There you go, guys. Take care now, and enjoy your weekend. Bye bye now.